Well, I was listening to you on the radio on a Saturday morning, and I had had back pain, pain down my leg for a few years actually.
Okay.
And I'd been going to a chiropractor. I'd been doing decompression.
Okay, so the spinal decompression therapy,
Yes.
where you're laying on the table and you're being pulled apart.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And was that helping out for the lower back pain?
It was helping.
Okay.
For a short time after I'd leave the office.
Okay.
I was pain free.
Okay. And so you'd been having the back troubles, the leg issues for a couple of years. The
Mhm.
decompression, how long had you been doing the spinal decompression for?
I think I'd been doing it probably 4 or 5 months at that point.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
a little longer.
Okay. And so it was helping, but not giving you any real permanent relief?
It was giving me probably 20, 30 minutes
Okay.
of absolutely no pain, which was great for that, 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
So,
But not to level, obviously, to what you wanted. So you came into the office, and what were you expecting? Were you skeptical in coming in initially, like what to expect? This has been going on for some time.
yeah, although, one of the things when I heard you on the radio, one of the things that struck me that sounded different than anything that I heard before was when you talked about that where you're actually feeling the pain or the symptoms is maybe different than where it originates.
Okay.
And you talked a lot about the nerves running through the brainstem
The brainstem area
area.
at the top. Okay.
Yes, and so I thought, okay, maybe this is different. So I was a little skeptical, but then it kind of made sense, and I thought, if I'm being treated in the wrong area, that could make all the difference.
Okay. And so the traditional chiropractic in the lower back, the decompression, wasn't really making much lasting change for you. Overall, on a scale of 0 to 10, so 0 is no change, and 10 is 100% better. Overall, now it's been about 6 months at this point, but right now, currently, 0 to 10, where would you say the lower back and the sciatica is at?
Did you say 10?
10 is perfect.
Okay, I'd give it a 10 then.
You got a 10, okay.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you initially to notice some changes? Because for some people they can be in here for a couple of weeks, a month or two before they notice some changes. Some people it happens relatively quickly. What was kind of the time frame for you for noticing any kind of change?
I noticed it right away.
Okay.
So after I left the office, I
Mhm.
felt better, and then over the next couple of days, it was like the pain was just gone.
Okay.
It didn't feel as good as I feel now.
Right.
Because now it's like it's every day I can get up and I can do my workouts and and I don't have any of the stiffness or anything
Right.
that I did. But it was immediate.
It was immediate for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem there. And then I was also wondering, so what are some things that you can do now that you had given up for the time being a couple months ago?
Oh my gosh.
Like
Okay,
we were talking
well.
about exercise now, so you had kind of had to forego that.
Yes. I had to focus my life around the pain. As much as, I have 2 little kids, single mom, so so I've got to get up and get going every day. But it would be pain within a few minutes of my feet hitting the floor, going up and down the stairs. I always felt a little off balance, and I always had that pain that if I stood for more than 2 or 3 minutes, I had the pain all the way down my leg. And throughout the day it would just get worse and worse and worse. So it got to the point where, for the most part, I was just thinking about, when can I sit down again? So
Where
that
can
get
I
off
park
my
the car
leg.
closer so I don't have to walk as far?
Oh, yes, yes. And things, with the kids, if we wanted to go to SeaWorld or, Disneyland or something, oh my gosh, I knew it was
Right.
going to be a
You
day
should be in
of
for
pain.
it. Okay.
I did it anyway, but
Right.
it was tough.
Okay. And then for your very first adjustment, you said you were someone that noticed results relatively quickly. How would you describe the very first adjustment? If someone asked you, well, during a NUCA adjustment, what do you really feel? I describe it as extremely underwhelming. So, was there any pain associated with it? What did you feel? Was there any, a lot of pressure or a forceful twist? What did you really notice?
No, it was so completely different from anything. It was just this pushing, just gentle pushing
About as much as
on
your
my neck.
pulse being taken, would you say that's a fair assessment? A little bit more
Yeah.
pressure than that?
Probably not much more than that, but then you hear things moving a little bit.
Okay.
But it was almost like, you know, you did nothing.
Nothing at all.
So, yeah.
But you walked out of here thinking, oh gosh, what did I get myself into? Or you walked out of here, you think, hey, there's a little bit of a shift going on.
I walked out of here very hopeful,
Mm-hmm.
and then, you know, later that day, I didn't feel the same pain, especially down my leg, that
Great.
I had.
And now currently, it's been about 6 months or so overall since we first saw you. We're seeing you now about, what, once every month, once every 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Where would you feel you're at now, pretty much have gained progress and maintained that level, or are you kind of still seesawing back and forth, good days and bad days?
No, you know, the only time that that I really know, you know, that I'm out of alignment, I guess, is when I come in to see you for
Okay.
that, you know, 4-6 week
Right.
checkup, and then, you know, you check my feet, and
Right.
and then I might need a slight adjustment.
So it's not feeling like my world's coming to an end, I gotta go run back in and get adjusted. It's, no, I'm doing good.
No, and I can do everything that I want to do,
Okay.
you know, and I don't have the pain.
Okay.
So, world of difference.
All right. Well, thank you so much.